right, before we go, let's point our way toward this coming Thursday and what to many people is the best day of any year in the city of Detroit. I know that's how Tony Michaels feels, CEO of the parade company, as we get set for Thanksgiving in the D. How are things this year?
Things are great. They really are. 97th year, and the plans are great. We've got great grand marshals. Everything has really come together. Really.
We, of course, had the big fundraiser the other night with Hobnobble Gobble. That's and there's all this great excitement and energy right now about downtown Detroit. We got waylaid a little bit during the pandemic years. It started to feel, felt very much back last year, as to my way of thinking. But I think now you really feel like you're surrounded by so much energy, right?
Oh,
Lions are playing well. I mean, on and on and on.
There is so much energy. You said it spot on, Devin. Just the S3 Turkey Trot itself, you know, we're a couple thousand runners over last year. Everything, Hobnobble Gobble, as you said, jammed, sold out. Yeah. We're expecting a massive crowd in downtown, and then getting ready for the Detroit Lions, and we're really, really set to go. We have a great team, and of course, working with you guys at WDIV. No, it's true. You guys are phenomenal at what you do.
Well, it's one of the great pleasures of what we do. I mean, we just look forward to it so much, even though it's just the same as for you, right? It's a lot of work, but you wouldn't want to be doing anything else on that day. No. We'll get back to the specifics of the parade in a minute. I want to talk a little bit about you. You want the parade company to move to the Broadhead Armory, which has been sitting empty down there on Jefferson for a long time. There have been some fits and starts. You've needed some delays. You're trying to raise a ton of money. Update me on where we are.
We need to raise $45 million to get it done. We can get to $35 million and go green with the city, you know, buy it and then move forward and then raise the rest in due time. We're at $14.5 million right now. We just had a good day the other day. And a lot more answers coming in and a lot more requests being made. We're looking for naming rights for the building, which would be good for 60 years, because none of this money goes to cash flow for the parade company. Not a penny. Everything is going into this project to build this building. And you know, the attributes of this building are amazing, because it's not just a home for the parade company, but we're going to house summer camps for Detroit public school kids. There's going to be internships. We're going to have a veterans office. The veterans are going to be able to hold events there, an event center for Detroit upstairs.
Important that the Armory keep its sort of military veterans
absolutely
identity to a degree. For people who've never been to the parade company, kids love to visit. It's a wonderful place to be, but you and I both know it's also very challenging. The building that you're in over there on Mount Elliott is kind of falling apart.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours. No, I mean it. We've had to bag it from the inside.
Right.
It's time to go. But as we thought about the new home and the Broadhead Armory, we thought, we bring people together with everything that we do. So the thought is, why not become Parade Company 2.0 and do it even better in our home and become this iconic spot, a tourist attraction, education, and really take the Parade Company, what we do, and bringing people together to a whole nother level. And all of that being done while saving the art in the old building. We're going to salvage it.
There's a ton of that in there.
We've hired a conservator. We're working with Barton Mello, who's going to build it. We worked with Rossetti for the design. We're working with Kramer now on the historical side of architectural design. And we are ready to go. We just got to get this money, waiting on a lot of answers, and going to make more presentations.
There was some fighting over whether or not the development board had the authority to give you an extension. It seems like that's been solved now. The city has assured you that you're on the right foot.
Absolutely. Mayor Duggan and his office have given us an extension through next June. Hopefully we can get it done by then, but I think we'll show a lot of progress headed into that date if we don't get it done.
As for the parade itself, you always have to cover, it's an interesting balance. You and I talk about this every year, but you want some new things, but there's other things that people rely on, the tradition that they want to see. So it's an interesting needle to thread, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And you're going to notice something pretty cool this year. Mother Goose has been in the parade since 1924.
The very first float.
It's completely redone, and it's going to floor you with the wings flying and all of that. So we've done a lot of homework on the things that we own. But then from the sponsorship side, and I know I shared this before, but here's Gardner White as the presenting sponsor, committed now through 2031. And we're just very fortunate Ford pulling all the floats, and Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, and so on. Everybody who is a part of this does it because it's important for the kids and families.
And lastly, Grand Marshals this year, Lomas Brown and Huel, what's his name? Parsons? Huel Perkins. Both of these gentlemen are just such full-hearted, big-spirited people. Huel and Lomas, I just think that's a terrific tandem to lead this parade.
Thanks, I'll tell you. And they're both revered in this town. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Huel is loved, and Lomas is there a nicer human being, and you know he could have stayed in another city when he won the Super Bowl, I think, with Tampa. He came back to Detroit. This is his home. He's so proud to be coming down Woodward on Thursday.
It's going to be great.
It's really going to be
Huel
great.
Perkins and Lomas Brown. Lomas will have a very busy day because he'll have to leave the parade and get over to call the Lions game at Ford Field right afterwards.
We're zipping him over immediately, and Mayor Duggan is going to drive him in the Mustang down Woodward Avenue. It's so cool.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, we look forward to it. I will see you so bright, so early that it's not bright yet on Thursday morning, right?
Right.
All right.
Thank
Tony
you.
Michaels, we hope you will all, of course, join us. Great if you can be there in person. If you can't, the next best thing, be with us right here on Local 4. That's going to do it for Flashpoint. Thanks so much for being here. Meet the Press coming up next. Have a great week. We will see you Thursday morning, Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.